Last week on Pokemon Cooked Leauge, the ShamWow Slowkings chewed out the marvelous Molluks thanks to the rain-boosted Dracovish, while the classy core Claydols got punched in the mouth by the I Heart Iron Hands mascot. These trainers' momentum are going in opposite directions. Can the classy core Claydols stop the slide, or will the ShamWow Slowkings keep their streak going? Welcome to the final match of Week 5. We have the ShamWow Slowkings versus the classy core Claydols. The first thing I realized is that the classy core Claydols is not running any of their fighting types. They both have Infernape and Sneasler, and it's definitely a double-edged sword doing that because on one hand, you're missing out on easy ways to do massive damage to things like the Crocodile, but more importantly, the Archaludon, a mon that can very easily get out of hand quickly. But as we know with rain teams also tend to have Hurricane users. We can see the Pelipper and the Zapdos, which I can only assume both have a Hurricane. I definitely understand not bringing the Infernape at least. You're both weak to water. You're weak to ground from Crocodile. And you're weak to the Hurricane. But something like the Sneasler, I felt like at least had some value. Sneasler like Focus Sash. And then when you have the Focus Sash, you can take one hit, get the burden boost. And then you can outspeed some Swift Swim users, which like the Floatzel here. I'm pretty sure Sneasler is faster than Floatzel. Don't quote me on that though. So I am interested to see how she pieces away a way to do enough damage to the Archaludon. We have seen a Choice Band Swampert before. Could be a thing, but also very well could not be. Let's see. And we do have some of the newer mons. I think the Ludicolo and the Floatzel are new mons here. The Ludicolo looks really good here. The ability, being a water type that's okay against grass and electric, is just so nice. You know, it makes Raging Bolt not nearly as big as a problem as most water types would have. It doesn't make Tapu Koko nearly as big as a problem. And it gives you a way to blow up the Swampert and this oh my gosh, this Hisuian Samurai. Let's see. When I'm looking at leads, let's see. No easy way to change the weather, but, you know, obviously most mons do have a way to change weather. You just have to, like, spend an entire turn doing it, and that's always, like, a feels bad option. But I wouldn't be too surprised if I saw, like, what's it called? Sunny Day. I think Raging Bolt gets Sunny Day. Then you can also get the Proto Boost off of that. But yeah, I don't mind leading Pelipper here. Pelipper and, like, Crocodile, I think, is a fairly decent lead. Crocodile can put on pressure on the Raging Bolt and the Tapu Koko. Two mons that would threaten the Pelipper. Because if the Pelipper is gone, then like the rain becomes an issue, and then you're just kind of playing like a team without its premise. So I don't mind leading like some electric type here. You just gotta be careful on like you have to have a way to deal with like the potential ground types. So I'm thinking Tapu Koko. And maybe something like, let's see, I'm just trying to look at the speed tiers here. Unfortunately, nothing, your easy UAs to threaten the Crocodile are slower, which is a pretty big knock. But if you can find if any of these like water types, like Choice Scarf, like I could see a Choice Scarf Samurott being like a real thing here. I wouldn't mind something like that, but let's get this match started. Okay, we do see a Raging Bolt. We don't see Rain just yet. You don't have to lead with Rain, especially with a lead like this. Crocodile does not care for Rain, probably doesn't like it. And Zapdos, Rain's nice because you got the accurate Hurricanes, but it's definitely not needed at least yet, because you can still click Thunderbolt into the Savali and be like fairly happy with the damage output here. Maybe get like, I don't know, do like a 3-hit KO on it or something. But yeah, Crocodile looks like to be in a good spot here, and I am wondering what the plan is to taking care of this Crocodile. Savali does have a ton of like useful moves. Like it could have like Will-O-Wisp, or like it has a lot of coverage here. Also wondering if it's going to be a more special or physical version. But yeah, um, Crocodile, I feel pretty safe to like at least try to click a ground type move into the Raging Bolt. There are zero ground resists, so we might have to see a Terra early here. And Raging Bolt has a decent amount of stats. It could be Life Orb. It could be like, but like Assault Vest is also fairly common. So this might not even be able to attack, protect. But you have to find a way to deal with this Crocodile before like it does too much damage and like and just starts like farming you with kills. The Savali is slightly faster, so maybe Savali can put in some of the work to doing that. Okay, this is Parting Shot. I didn't know Savali got Parting Shot, but that just reinforces why I said so. Savali has a deep move pool. And yeah, this is a pretty standard turn one. We have the we just kind of have the mashing of the, we mashed Earthquake and then we click Tailwind here. Tailwind, I don't think was needed, at least just yet. The only thing faster than the Crocodile is like either Amon with a Choice Scarf or Tapu Koko, and like I would be very surprised if a hard switch of Tapu Koko came in because the Earthquake button. So I think the Tailwind is a little premature here, but getting speed control up is never a bad thing. I felt like maybe Zapdos could like start chipping at like something like Thunderbolt on the Meloetta. Wouldn't have done a ton of damage because Meloetta is like so specially tanky, but at damage at like any damage is good damage. Or like even if you just wanted to try to click Hurricane on something, I wouldn't even hate that. But yeah. Oh, we have the Swampert in. Meloetta does know Trick Room. I don't know if it is a Trick Room set, but we have seen crazy Meloetta sets before. I've seen the Relic Song for Physical Meloetta. We've seen Calm Mind, and I have seen Trick Room on occasion, so it wouldn't blow my mind to see it. But yeah, let's see what happens next. Oh, Rocky Helmet on the Ludicolo. I can't say that was going to be my guess for the item. But yeah, this is a... Now you've gotten your, like, Rain Core out against the Swampert out safely here. And that can spell trouble quickly. Even if it's, like... It doesn't even, like, taking a Hurricane much. Like, I don't think it gets KO'd by Hurricane, but, like, it's close. It could definitely be dependent on how trained the Mons are. Meloetta is in... Meloetta, you have to abuse its special bulk here. And, like, it does get Energy Ball. It gets ways to start doing damage here. Like, maybe, like, a Psychic can, like, pick one of these off. I don't think Hyper Voice would do enough to KO either of these because of the damage reducing of a spread move. But yeah, you gotta start putting damage here. And man, this Swampert's just not in a good spot. And you can switch into Raging Bolt here. I think that's Raging Bolt in for the Pelp and for the Swampert looks like a good call. Raging Bolt resists water, grass, and flying, so that it should eat those attacks pretty well. And the Meloetta can, I'd say, start steadily doing some damage to help support the team. You lost speed control for sure with this Ludicolo. Against this Ludicolo, there's both Swift Swim and Tailwind. Like, yeah, good luck with that. So start pecking off some damage. Start slowing the game down a bit. And I think you kind of have to expect a Raging Bolt switch in. I don't know if Ludicolo does get Ice Beam, and that'll do like an okay amount of damage, but nothing crazy here. So I am interested to see what this plan is for the Raging Bolt. We might just like take or chip damage and then switch out later. I mean, switch out immediately afterwards, which is like fair enough. And no, the Swampert just gets put down. Oh my god, that is an absolute disaster turn. Getting the 30% confusion, and I don't think hitting... I don't know the odds of hitting yourself are in future gens. Is it 50%? I'm not sure. But that is a brutal, brutal turn. But another bad thing is that since you let the Swampert like get knocked out, the Ludicolo just healed basically all the damage you just took because of the Giga Drain. And I don't know how good the Swampert would have been for the rest of the game. I don't think it would have been that great a half-health Swampert. But switching just to Raging Bolt there, even just to prevent the Giga Drain from like healing this all back up, I think would have also just been worth it, even if you take a bit of damage on the Raging Bolt here. And man, this Confuse Mellow to make things so awkward, because like, do you want to keep gambling here? It is probably your best mon to have out right now, along with the Raging Bolt. No, we're not even setting up the Raging Bolt here. I'm definitely was not ready for that. We have seen Parting Shot and Silvally, still 3 other moves, but like, man, I can't believe we're saving like this. Is this like, what am I missing here? Like, how is this not like the easiest Raging Bolt play of my life? I'm not sure. But yeah, like the Silvally is bulky, but like, I don't know, like a rain boosted Hydro Pump from the Ludicolo, like I don't think it's taking that particularly well, despite it's pretty good bulk. So I'm not sure. You can like double protect the Tailwind, but like again, you're still doing dealing with the rain boost, the Swift Swim boost from the Ludicolo. It does help you against the Pelipper. You're also stalling rain turns, but stalling rain turns is not nearly as important when the Pelipper is still healthy. Okay, we have the Sunny Day out. And the Psychic with the crit is not enough to KO the Pelipper. And man, if you just... I mean... The problem with getting the Sunny Day out is that you let the Silvally get so low, man. And now that the Silvally is so low, you're probably not going to be able to get another Sunny Day off. And since the Pelipper is still around, like... Unless another Mon has Sunny Day, which is technically possible, I doubt it. It's just... The sun's just going to come back. So, like, I think you might have played your hand a bit early here. And if you, like, if you thought the Pelipper was going to stay in, it would have been better to just double the Pelipper here. Because, you know, if you double the Pelipper once the rain goes out, you don't have to deal with it for the rest of the game. And now the Pelipper is gone. But now it's still on the field. Obviously, I don't know the other 2 Silvally moves. So maybe there wasn't a way to deal with the Pelipper. Remember, it's only this low because of a crit. And you also have to factor in that you may hit yourself in Confusion. But, yeah. There's the rain is still going to be a problem. You're just kind of like delaying it for like a bit of the future. And the rain setters are still healthy. The Archaludon's still at full. The Floatzel hasn't even been sent in yet. And you let so much damage be helped from the Ludicolo. So... Ludicolo is not in as good as a spot as it once was. The Meloetta with its special bulk. It's just like, how much more use does this Ludicolo have? I mean, I don't mind keeping it in here. It still has enough in the tank to just like peck off the Silvally, which is good. You obviously got to get the Pelipper out of here. And it's like, what's best into the field right now? Probably Crocodile. Just having the dark typing for the Meloetta is nice. But you also have to like play the risk assessment of like, if hard sending this Crocodile makes something bad happen to it, then do the electric types start to become scary? And the answer is probably. You do have Archaludon for the electric types, but you know there's an electric dragon type and electric fairy type, so they're not like useless against the Archaludon. So yeah, this is a good spot for the ShamWow Slowkings, but Still a lot of work to be done here. And the Spadef drop, not gonna matter. And there's a... And the Hyper Voice... Let's see, the Savali does go down, which probably means you can't end rain anymore. Probably. And that means you're left with your 4 Mons that have to deal with the rain for the rest of the game. Archaludon just got a defense boost, which doesn't matter yet. We have 3. You have 2 other special attackers and 1 more physical attacker. And if this Samurai has like Sacred Sword, then the defense boost does not matter here. But it does power up Body Press if it is running that. But yeah, man, this Archaludon is definitely like a, oh, I have to get rid of this soon before it starts powering the heck up. Raging Bolt is slower, so I guess you have to send in the Tapu Koko here. But like, man, any damage to Tapu Koko 8 takes just feels so bad because it's not a bulky mon. Okay, we're sending in the Samurai. This makes me believe that we're gonna be like Terra fighting Sacred Swording, and it could potentially be a speed tie here, which is like very, very scary. I would think the Samurai's faster than Archaludon. Samurai kind of needs to get attacks out a bit faster because it's less bulk, while the Archaludon just kind of wants to sit there, eat hits, and then slowly ramp up. So I imagine the Samurai is probably the faster mon, but it better be, or else things are going to get bad quickly. Another good thing about Terra, if you Terra Fighting, then you become weak to Hurricane, but then if you don't Terra Fighting, you would have been weak to like Zapdos Thunderbolt, so like, or like a Ludicolo Giga Drain. So it's just awkward all the way around. And this Meloetta just kind of just needs to keep on chipping at things. Maybe you have to double the Archaludon to kill it. I'm not sure. Hopefully, +1 of Terra Fighting Sacred Sword, if it is Terra Fighting, would be able to kill our Arch. I think it will. I'm not gonna say anymore. Archaludon's stupid. It does get the sharpness boost, so I'm gonna say yes. But man, you still have to deal with the Intimidate in the back. And of course the rain. It's these mons gonna have to put in a lot of work, I'll say that much. The Ludicolo, I don't mind it just like staying on the field and just like trying to Giga Drain. This Samurai is gonna do some decent damage. Probably get it to like weak enough to where like any faster mon can just peck it off, and that sounds good to me. You're ahead, so you're more okay with trading damage here. And oh, something's gonna Binding Blasted. Yep. And there goes the Samurai here. And that's why I thought we would have been Terra Fighting. It might have not been Terra Fighting. But yeah, Sacred Sword, even with sharpness boosted, is not particularly close to knocking out the Samurai. And now you're down to 3 mons here. You did weaken the Archaludon enough to where like a Tapu Koko Thunderbolt will be able to peck it off here. But you're gonna have to start worrying about what to Terra here. You have 3 mons left, and 2 of them are, and all 3 of them are threatening to die to a Crocodile in one way or another. What is this smell item? And this, as we can see the speed order here, the Samurai, unless it was Scarf, the Samurai did have more speed investment than both the Meloetta and the Archaludon. Then it was the Meloetta, then it was the Archaludon. So just good information to have on like around how fast these mons are speed-wise. I'm gonna guess Archaludon and Meloetta are not speed invested at all. It seems like the Meloetta has always been like a more bulkier and greedier set. Yep, and here comes the Float Soul, something that can actually just Voice Span Waterfall might, with Rain Boost, and it might just KO on Wave Crash. I mean, might just KO Tapu Koko here. And that's just a rough spot to be in. If you have a Terra, I hope it's Terra Grass. Terra Grass, I felt like, helps you against the water type attacks. It helps you against the ground type attacks. And you don't need to be that concerned about being weak to flying, is because, you know, you have electric type attacks to hit the flying type Pokemon. So yeah, I hope we see a Terra this turn for the sake of the Classic Core Claydols, because if not, this Floatzel might just run away with this game really quickly. Or you can make a call here where you can get a Protect right or something. But man, I don't think that's particularly great here. I mean, dude, if you just what's it called, Waterfall the Meloetta here, that dies. I mean, Wave Crash. And then it becomes a 5 versus 2. That sounds pretty good too. So as long as you just keep the pressure on, and I'm starting to get convinced that I think you should Wave Crash the Meloetta here, because then you have Crocodile to help wrap up this game by just clicking Earthquake and stuff like that. And Ludicolo in the back to outspeed these mons. Yeah, I don't mind doing that, but we'll see what the plan is here. Yeah, there goes the let's see how much this Terra Normal Hyper Voice does. Not enough. And this is gonna take a body press, and that's just gonna KO us with the crit. And yeah, this Raging Mode's not gonna get there. I keep forgetting Ludicolo gets Fake Out. And that's gonna do it. Congratulations to the ShamWow Slowkings. Starting out 0-2, now climbing themselves back up to 3-2 at a contention spot. And the Classic Core Claydols going the exact opposite direction, going from 2-0 to 2-3. This is but yeah, this is the hatred for the bridge, man. I expected to see I don't know, more careful play against it, where you had you actually throwing everything you can at it to make sure it dies. Maybe an earlier Terra or something like that. And I just can't agree with letting the Ludicolo just KOing the Swampert there. Raging Bolt there was so free, man. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.